I'm going to do a little bit of more involved practice. The roots of this idea comes from the Holy Arizal, the Rebbe Isaac Luria, and he calls this a yichud shalom, a complete unity, a unification that is complete, and it comprises of 4 names of Hashem. So the names of Hashem, the name of God, represent different realities, different expressions of the divine in this world. There is Hashem, Yud-Kei Vav-Kei. The Yud-Kei Vav-Kei in total numeric value is 26. Yud, 10, Hey, 5, Vav, 6. Hey, 5 is 26. Yud-Kei Vav-Kei. The Yud-Kei Vav-Kei represents eternity, infinity, the possibility of everything. This is the highest name, Yud-Kei Vav-Kei. The Yud-Kei Vav-Kei is sort of the essence of the tree, or the trunk of the tree, and then there's the branches of the tree, and these are the different names. One name is Aleph Hey Yud Hey, or Eka, Eya, which is a name that appears to Moshe at the burning bush. When Moshe asks, Ma Shmoi, what should I tell him? What's the name? Hashem tells him, Eya Asher Eya, I will be who I will be. That's very loosely translated, but the name is Eka, Aleph Hey Yud Hey, which is either higher than Yud-Kei Vav-Kei and Kesser and Bina, but it's a name that represents a state of becoming. I will be. I am with them now, and I will be with them in the future. That's what that name represents, a becoming state. Then there's the name of Hashem, which is most prominent in the beginning of creation, and that name only appears in the first chapter of Genesis and the first chapter of Bereshis, which is the name Elokim. Elokim is the name of judgment, order, and creation, the creation of an orderly world where things are divided. There's light, there's darkness, there's water above, there's water below, there's dry land, there's wetlands, there's animal, and there's vegetation. Everything is defined and in its proper space. That's the name that's connected to Elokim. That's why the name Elokim, Aleph Hey Yud Mem, has the numeric value of 86. And it's the same numeric value of the word for Hateva, nature, the orderly form of nature. That's another name of God, is Elokim. Another name of Hashem is Aleph Daled Nun Yud. Aleph Daled Yud Nun, which is called Adnos, that name, which is the way we pronounce the name of Hashem today. When you pray, you say Baruch Atah, blessed are you. You don't say Hashem, but you say Ado, and then you say No. So that name is the vessel that contains the name of Hashem. The Yud-Kei Vav-Kei is an unpronounceable name. We lost its pronunciation, or it was never able to be pronounced as a vocal, literal sound, and therefore the way we pronounce Yud-Kei Vav-Kei is with Aleph Daled Nun Yud. So Aleph Daled Nun Yud is the expression or the manifestation of Hashem's light in this world. So in simple language, again, these 4 names. One represents infinity, that's the Yud-Kei Vav-Kei. One represents becoming, which is Shem Eka. One represents the natural order, the constriction, the limitation, the world of separation, which is the name of Elokim. And one represents Adonai, which is the expression of Hashem in this world as it is, ground of your being, the place where you're at. So these 4 names could be combined with each other. So the Yud-Kei Vav-Kei will be the essential name, that's 26. The Shem Eka, which is Aleph Hey Yud Hey, is 21. So 21 and 26 is 47. That's the first Yichud. The first Yichud is Shem Hashem, the name of Hashem, with the name Aleph Hey and Yud Hey. The second Yichud is Shem Hashem with Elokim, with the name of Elokim. The Shem Hashem with the name of Elokim, Elokim is 86, Yud-Kei Vav-Kei is 26, together is 112. It's also Shem Yabak. That combination is Yud-Kei Vav-Kei and Shem Elokim. The third combination is Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, the name of Hashem, which is 26, with the name Aleph Daled Nun Yud, which Aleph Daled Nun Yud in total numeric value is 65. So the 65 and the 26 is 91. So 91, 112, and 47 in total numeric value. The subtotal of all those numbers is 250. That's exactly the same numeric value as the word ner, candle. The candle is the combination of all these three Yechudim. The Yichud between Yud-Kei Vav-Kei and Shem Eka. The Yichud, the connection between Shem Yud-Kei Vav-Kei and the name Elokim, and the connection between Yud-Kei Vav-Kei and the name Aleph Dalet Nun Yud. In total is 250. In total letters, if you take the Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, which is 4 letters, Aleph Yud-Kei, which is 4 letters, and then again Yud-Kei Vav-Kei is 4 letters, and Elokim is 5 letters. Yud-Kei Vav-Kei is 4 letters, and Ad is 4 letters. In total numbers, you actually have 25 letters. The 25 letters represent the 25th day of Kislev, which is Chanuka. Chanu Chafei, which is the word for Chanuka. Chanuka spells the word, it rested the 25, says the Ari, that on the 25th day, there was a resting of these 3 Yechudim, these 3 combinations of the names of Hashem. Yud-Kei Vav-Kei with Eka, Yud-Kei Vav-Kei with Elokim, and Yud-Kei Vav-Kei with Shem Adnos. The Zohar writes that if you look at a flame, there are various different colors in the flame. You'll see that there's like a blue light, there's a yellow light, there's a red light, and it has different colors. In general, and it's broken down into different divisions, but this is the general idea. In general, there are 4 types of coloring in a flame, from top to bottom. The first coloring is this halo. If you ever look at a flame, you'll see that there's like this white space that covers over the entire flame. That's one color. Underneath that color, there is a changing color. The changing color is, it's red, it's yellow, it's blue, and it constantly is changing. That's right underneath it. Underneath that, there's a more red color. And underneath that, right next to the wick, if you look very closely, you'll see that same halo that exists on top of the flame also exists the space where the wick and the flame are actually touching. Now that's a physical phenomenon that creates that space. It's not actually an empty space. It's actually it's burning something, but you can't see it. And it looks like an empty space. So essentially, when you look at a flame, you'll see these 4 visuals. You'll see the color that's surrounding the flame. You'll see the color that's fluctuating. You'll see a red flame, and you'll see like a transparent color. These 4 colors can also correspond to the 4 names of Hashem. The color that surrounds the flame, which is the permanent color, it's almost not changing, and the Zohar said it doesn't consume anything in order for it to exist. It's always present. That's the name of Hashem. That's Yud-Kei Vav-Kei. That's eternity. That's the infinite aspect of God. Underneath that color is the color of change. That's constantly fluctuating, that's constantly changing colors. That represents the name of Hashem, which we said is the name Eka, I will be, which is a state of becoming. So it's constantly changing, and it's manifesting in different directions and different times of history according to the positioning and according to the time of history. That's the name Eka. Underneath that is a very harsh red flame, which corresponds to the name of Elokim. Elokim is judgment, order, boundaries, separation, discipline, so that's connected to that name. Underneath that is the Shem Aleph Dalet Nun Yud, which is that empty space, which we said the Shem Adnos is the way things are being expressed in this world. That's like the final space where the flame touches the wick. So you have these 3 Yechudim, the Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, which is the overarching halo that exists over the flame, and that connects with the Shem Eka, which is the coloring of the flame that changes. Underneath it's connecting with the red fire, which is the name of Elokim. Underneath that is connecting to the empty space, or the place that's connected to the wick, which is the name Aleph Dalet Nun Yud. Now let's understand this more in a personal level. So this is on a very cosmic level. It's called the Yichud Shalom, just to meditate, just to think about these names, Hashem's presence, constantly being connected in all the various different expressions in this world. If you're seeing judgment, or you're seeing compassion, or you're seeing change in this world, it's all Hashem's presence that's manifesting in various different expressions. Inwardly, we also experience these 4 types of realities. There's a part of ourselves that's infinite and unchanging. There's the core and the essence of our being that corresponds to the name of Hashem, so to speak, within us. And then there's the part of us that's constantly changing, constantly growing and becoming, hopefully evolving higher, but sometimes evolving, but always constantly changing. Every moment to moment, we're a different person or changing as a person. There's new stimuli, new information, new experiences, new expressions, and therefore we're constantly evolving. That's the changing part of our personality. There's a part of our personality or a part of ourself that's sometimes stuck and in a place of din, of constriction, and it's holding us down and it's restricting us. And then there's the actual way how we express ourselves in this world, which is the shame, Aleph, Dalet, Nun, Yud. How you're actually physically in this material world, in this physical world, how you're actually manifesting in this world. So this idea of this yichud can also be turned into a personal inward conversation, an inner questioning, that you actually look at the menorah, you look at the flame, and you ask yourself these questions. Pull over a chair to look at the menorah, to look at the flame, and first notice the glow around the flame. That's like the white fire, the unchanging, the transcendent element of your soul. And ask yourself, what is the most subtle aspect of my life? What is most things that I hold dear to me? What is the permanent things in my life? Is it my soul? Is it my purpose? Is it my mission, what I want to achieve in this world? Or is it the things that I own? What is the Shem Hashem in my life, in my inward life? What are the constants that's unchanging? The constants that are unchanging, positive or negative. Just think for a moment about those things in life. Then slowly, gently, focus your gaze a little lower than that, to the constant changing light. It's flickering, it's moving up and down, it's flickering into different colors. And that's a state of becoming that represents the name Eka. And ask yourself, what are my aspirations? What are my dreams? What do I see myself becoming? Is there anything I can do to begin the process? Is there a yichud? Is there unity between the transcendent element in my soul, the Shem Hashem. The name Eka within myself, within my becoming. Is my becoming and a reflection of who I am? Is my aspirations, my dreams, my yearnings, my longings consistent with who I truly am, which is the consistency in my life, the permanence in my life? Then focus your gaze a little lower. The red flame, harsh red flame, this represents the inner name of Elohim, judgment. And ask yourself, what are the negative things and destructive habits and thought patterns that I have to release, reject, let go? What are the hardships that I'm experiencing in life? And can I do a yichud also? Can I do a unification between the name of Hashem, the permanence, my soul, the truth, place of dveikus, of clarity, emunah, faith, and transparency? Can I bring that state into the name of Elohim in my lives, into the hardship, into the challenges, into my nature? I do yichud between Hashem and Elohim. Now go a little lower, focus your attention to the Shem Adnos, which is like the white fire, the transparent fire that's touching the wick. Which is the place where you manifest yourself and how you manifest yourself in this world. What are the thoughts that you give out into this world? What are the words that you speak? What are the actions you do? Also ask yourself a question. Are they consistent with your neshama, with your soul, with your perfection, with your permanence, with your name of Hashem? And could you create a yichud between your Shem Adnos and your Shem Hashem? In your perfection, your wholeness, and the way you're expressing yourself? And these are the three questions to make sure we do the three yichudim, the three unifications. My soul and who I am deeply, what I'm meant to be doing in this world. That's the place of my aspirations and my becoming. My soul and my perfection, the place of dveikus and connectivity and holiness and wholesomeness and oneness and unity, is revealed also into the Elohim of my life and the place of my brokenness, constriction, separation. And the yichud between Shem Hashem and Shem Adnos, to make sure that I'm expressing and revealing with my thoughts, my actions, my words in this world, who I'm really supposed to be to do. What's my real self, my most authentic self, deepest part of who I am is being expressed. This is the way we create a yichud, a unification inwardly between the name of Hashem, Shem Eka, which is 47, between the name of Hashem and Shem Elohim, which is 112, and between the name of Hashem and Shem Adonai, which is 91. And collectively, it's 250, which is the perfect ner, perfect candle. And could I say that I'm actually a perfect candle? Ner Hashem Nishmas Adam. And a perfect lamp holding Hashem's presence in this world.